All right, everyone, it's time to take your weaving off your loom. You have your person here. You have your strings coming down from the end. We don't want to cut these too close because we're going to add them to this. So the first thing I'm going to do is we're going to turn your figure over. I'm going to peel, this is Miss Winslow's. I'm going to peel the tape with her name off of it. I don't want to lose this. I want to try and keep that there because I'm going to add that to the back of the figure. You're going to take off all the tape. And of course, this takes me more time than I want it to in this demonstration. So I'm taking all the tape off, and I don't think I'm going to take all the tape off because it's just going to take time. You're going to take a pair of scissors and you are going to cut through in the middle. Don't be cutting up here. You want to cut in the middle. I'm going to cut those strings. I'm going to place them that tape, place them on either side, and now I have my figure laid out on my table. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to let this come out from the side. I'm going to keep this here. You want to try not to move any of this stuff. So I'm going to hold this down and I'm just going to kind of separate the strings. And it doesn't matter what side you start with. We're going to do the head. Let's do the head first just because we're on there. And I'm going to kind of zoom in a little bit so that you can see what I'm doing a little bit easier. So I'm going to take these two strings and very carefully I'm going to pick them up and I'm going to tie them together tight against the head. And I'm going to do this. Notice I did this once, twice. I'm going to do one more. So 3 times. Think about like tying a knot in your shoe. I'm going to take the other two. And I'm going to do that again. Kind of tie a knot. 1, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2, 3. Now I'm going to go back and I'm going to go to this yarn that's hanging off the side. And I'm going to tie that. I'm basically going to tie these, one of the warp threads to my yarn that's kind of hanging out the side. And so I'm going to take this 1, 2, and 3. Once you have the head done, we're going to turn this down and now we're going to work on the feet. So you want to try and keep, this is where it gets a little complex. And what I think I might do is I might just hold this and I might just pull this out just because it might be easier than me trying to refigure it out. And now notice I now have, track me, I have 4 threads. So I have the 3 warp threads plus I have this thread here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tie these first because this is coming out this side. I'm going to tie these first again with the 1, 2, 3. So here's my number 1. Here's number 2. It's being tricky with me. There you go. So I think that was 2. This is 3. I'm going to put one of these down and I'm going to pick up one and I'm going to do the next one over. So now I'm putting one that I've already tied and one that hasn't been tied together. 1, 2, 3. And then lastly, I'm going to take this yarn, my yarn hanging off the side, and one of these, and I'm going to do 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to repeat this same thing for the other side, the other foot. Again, working from the inside going out. And then I'll show you how I finished off the foot because you probably don't want all of this stuff kind of hanging down. And we'll talk about the head. We'll talk about these strings when we're in class. Maybe in my next video, I'll talk about these strings. But finishing off, actually, I'll talk about all of how to finish this off in the next video. So that's how you tie the head. That's how you tie the foot. And I'm gonna stop the video and I'm going to finish tying the other foot, and then I'll show you the rest in the next video.